Welcome to the next episode of WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Pikmin 3. In the last episode, we had a disaster at Twilight River due to my poor planning. Or at least battle planning. I didn't even have to really think ahead. Just needed to not be stupid, but I ended up being stupid. Anyway, we're going to be going back there today. Because there's plenty of fruit we still haven't gotten there. In fact, there was actually one I missed that was... two that I missed. That were both pretty close to where we landed. And actually, I played briefly with the gamepad because I was trying to record and then the Wiimote actually ran out of battery, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to recharge these batteries, but while I do, I'm going to scout out the area a little bit. And now I understand better about what I'm supposed to do. I need some... Let's start with 100 pink Pikmin, actually. Because I want to raise their numbers. Also, due to playing on the gamepad, I've realized the controls are definitely, like, they take a hit for sure. Because it's a lot easier to play with the Wiimote. Because the targeting is excellent and you can do things like this. Get him! Yes! Oh, come on. Oh, I almost had him. At least it only killed one. Even with 100, they can't rush them that well because they're so weak. But what I'm going to do is get two fruits that are both quite close to the ship, and I just didn't notice them because I hadn't been using the fruit finder mechanic on the gamepad, which is pretty useful, actually. I'm not saying I'm going to use it that often, but it's helped me find ones that really I should have gotten earlier, like this one. There was nothing really stopping me from claiming it. Besides my own ignorance. And, we might as well just take this down. I don't feel like waiting for it to turn the proper color. And the other one was a bunch of grapes that I noticed while we were floating down the lily pad one time. And I was always planning to go and get them. I just had been putting it off for a while. Right over here, they're just completely unprotected. Oh, for some reason I was able to one-hit KO at that time. I don't know what's up with that. So let's just send the Pikmin after these. I love how they just pick the grapes. That's such a cool animation. Also, I think this might be the first time we've gotten rainy weather in this game. The rain doesn't actually pose a hazard to your Pikmin. It's just kind of a cool effect. And it also changes the area's music. Personally, I'm really happy to be seeing weather in a Pikmin game. I wouldn't have minded if they gave it some kind of effect, but the fact that they didn't, it's alright, I suppose. I guess it would be a little bit annoying if, like, every time that rainy weather turned out, you only could take out blue Pikmin. It would be a bit obnoxious, really. Come on, guys. Aw, they're gonna be too slow. I want them to get it, actually, when it's pink. So maybe I should attack it when it's the color before? Get it! Yes! Alright, so that's the strategy for them. I feel like they're literally like a half or a third as strong as normal Pikmin. I'm not even like comparing them to reds, I'm talking about like yellows or blues. Standard attacks like that. Blues, as you might have heard, are actually the Pikmin that are the most statistically likely to be eaten out of any Pikmin type, and I wonder if that function carried over into this game. So far in the series, that's been the blues, their two abilities, you could say. That's the water resistance and the ability to be eaten more likely than other kinds of Pikmin. Though that's not exactly a beneficial ability unless you can really think about how to make it work. What I'm going to do now is switch them out for... Actually, I'm going to keep most of them. But I also want some rock Pikmin. 30. That's good, because rock Pikmin at least can do the fighting. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Or did it work? Hopefully this is going to do what I want it to. Okay, I suppose it did? That was really weird. Maybe it didn't want me to interact with the onion. I'm still trying to figure out how these, this multi-Pikmin onion exactly works. I know I've seen some videos where people are able to select, multiple... They're able to select, like, multiple colors at once. Like, they just toggle something with a control stick, and then they just take out, like, 20 of each type instantly. That would be pretty nice to figure out how that ability works. Anyway, we're going to head to the second part of the area today. Try and solve that puzzle involving the mushroom that I remember Olimar mentioned, and also I think he said something about a buried, whatchamacallit? Oh, let's take this thing down first. The arachnode. It's not really an issue if you have rock Pikmin and you have the height advantage. Sometimes you don't have either of those things, and if you have neither of them, fighting them becomes a lot more challenging. I think it's nice that they finally put a proper spider in the Pikmin series, though. Fluke weeds are really tempting to pull out. Oh no! I didn't want the rock Pikmin to drown. We might have to split our forces up before we can pull that out. We'll set a couple on that one. And a couple here. Oh, rocks will be useful for killing those. You know, I'll let a rock Pikmin take one back. Two, in fact. It's just recently they had bad luck with the orange bulborbs. Bad luck because they had me as a leader. And normally I'm pretty strategic and stuff, but that did not go over well. This game is actually better at making you feel guilty about killing Pikmin. Random difference, but it's one that I've actually noticed. The rock Pikmin, when they get eaten, is just this subtle but sickening crunch. Let's take this thing out. Nice. I like the Nectarous Dandelion. It's a cool enemy. The first time I was seeing it in the, Hold up. I'm actually going to try and pause the Wiimote. Okay, I have good battery. This is actually where I lost my battery charge last time I was playing. I like the Nectarous Dandelion, even though it's, like, not dangerous at all. It's kind of a cool idea for an enemy. It looks definitely like something on Super Mario Galaxy. In fact, I think the Galaxy team might have been working on this game, the people who made Super Mario Galaxy. That's just my feeling, just because some of the enemy designs are kind of similar. And I mean, so far, there's some... Like, Super Mario Galaxy had some of the best graphics on the Wii. And so I figured that if they were going for good graphics, they'd bring back that same team for the Wii U. This actually might be Nintendo's best-looking game. I mean, what else comes close? I love Wind Waker's style, obviously, so that's always going to hold up really well. But it's really nice to see a Pikmin game looking this good as well. Let's see. Where the heck's Charlie? We want Charlie to be here too, because who knows? We might need him for the puzzle. Oddly, I have to say the nectar looks best in the first Pikmin game, as odd as that must sound. The nectar in the first Pikmin game just looks the best. Alright. Let's have him hop over. Oh! I think I understand. Okay. Now we're going to have to wait for Charlie to get across. Or I could just try this again with Brittany. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, we're going to throw her on top of that mushroom. Or we could miss completely. Oh well. Oh, there's a Bloister down here. And a fruit that it's guarding. I guess that'll be from when we get blues. We'll come back and handle that. Okay, let's try this again, guys. I really have to aim well in order to get over there. It's hard to tell whether sometimes it's easier to aim using the gamepad as a controller. Ah, darn it. This is definitely gonna take a few tries. Okay. Come on, Alf. Okay. Alf actually managed to get up there. So we have a giant crystal guarding something. Maybe that's where the thing's buried. That's... You go down this way and you drop down. Okay, I'm not gonna drop down quite yet. So we want rock Pikmin over here. I'm glad I took them along. I thought I'd have to fight more things, but it turns out they're actually gonna be useful for a crystal. And over here we have an arachnode deviously guarding some shards. Oh, and there's also a data file down there. Okay. Alright. Let's try and figure this out. Looks like we actually want to take some yellows over there as well. They'd be pretty useful. First things first. We'll start with rock Pikmin. And throw them very carefully so that they don't die. Get up there, guys. I think I got them all. That's super. I love the sounds they make. Alright. Let's break this thing apart. Oh, it's a fruit. Well, that'll be useful. First, let's see if there's anything we can do about that arachnode. Oh, no. No, there isn't. There's nothing we can do about it. That was close. Yes, we killed it. Whew. Happy to have him out of the way. I get it! You're supposed to lure him down using a Pikmin and then attack him. That's the kind of strategic thing that I should have thought about myself. The question is, if we have this answered, that's the thing in the crystal, where's the buried item that Olimar's notes were talking about? I'm not seeing anything that looks even vaguely like a buried item. It's probably just another data file under that. Oh god! That music. They've woke up the burrowing Snagret. I should have thought of that. Yep, they're dying as we speak, aren't they? Ugh. Pikmin, get out of the way! What are you doing? What were they doing? Huh, so odd. Okay. Well, now Pikmin are dying. What's the deal with that? I thought they got past the Snagret. Oh, I think I understand. It's not the Snagret. Must be something else. Or maybe I don't understand. It's hard to tell sometimes what's killing what. Were there any enemies in the way that I wasn't aware of? Thought I got everything. Oh well. The last thing I want to do is get those fragments in place. So I'm going to head over there and do that. Take care of it. Yeah, we'll reunite, Kay. We can handle this. I also figured there's something we can get in the cave, probably using the pink Pikmin, but it'd be better if we waited till we got blues. That's just how I feel. So we're going to save that for a later visit. Alright, where are the 4 strays? Thought we had everything. I don't know where they could possibly be. The rock Pikmin probably got the kiwi back just fine, so I am utterly confused. Bamboozled, you might say. What I am going to do is see if I can... you know, we'll save the shards for tomorrow. It's getting kind of late. What I do want to do is go into the water and grab that data file that I saw. We have a skeeter skate there. Well, I don't really care about it. But this, I actually care about, oddly enough. Scornet. Winged Pikmin are effective against Scornets. But we still don't know what Scornets do. Or what their purpose is, honestly. I wonder if that skeeter skate will actually give our Pikmin trouble when we try to get the fragments tomorrow. I have a sneaking suspicion that it will. Still, the buried item that Olimar hid. I have no clue where he could have put it. All I know is that we have 100 stray Pikmin, so we need to whistle them. Maybe tomorrow we'll fight that Snagret. Because it's just the fragments of the Snagrets, that's all I can really think of that's left, since we got 3 fruits today. Alright, carefully everyone. Oh, these are the strays. Okay, that was a nice relaxing day. I suppose it must have been a Snagret that got the rock Pikmin after all. Though it would appear that we got the 2 kiwi halves. Oh, it was that! The desiccated skitterleaf. Oh no. I thought I could kill it, but then it ate the rock Pikmin at the last second. Oh well. That just adds insult to injury. That thing's gonna be alive tomorrow. It was the skitterleaf that got the Pikmin that were carrying back the kiwi. Those things are evil. They eat Pikmin so quickly, and they're so fast. Despite how weak they are, they're evil. I mean, granted, that's how I would have programmed them, but they're definitely evil. They're diabolical little weak enemies. They're far more lethal than, say, like a Dwarf Bulborb ever was. They kill more Pikmin quickly, or just more quickly than the male Sheargrubs or Shearwigs used to. New fruit. Delectable bouquet. So tomorrow's, let's see, is Fragments and the Snagret. Anything else? Yeah, I want to find that item. If I can find that item, I'll be quite happy. I mean, chances are I won't find it, but I'd like to have it. Because technically, until I have it, that won't be 100%. And I'm relatively certain that it also won't show up on the gamepad's map screen. This is the... oh! Blonde Imposter. Interesting. Thought it'd be called Disguised Delicacy, because it was like a kiwi. I've actually looked a little bit at some of the fruit notes. You can only read those on the gamepad. Those are all written by Brittany. They're kind of like the equivalent to the Piclopedia in this game. The sad thing is there's no real Piclopedia like the Bestiary was in Pikmin 2. And I think a lot of people liked the Piclopedia. It was really cool. Because it had, like, notes from Olimar and Louie, and you could throw the carrots and feed the monsters. It was really cool. I'm sad to see it go. So, looks like our rock Pikmin population is still suffering a little bit. 4 deaths. Seems like we're going to have deaths every day from now on. It's just like getting too difficult to keep them alive. At least at my skill level. We are approaching 44 fruit though, at which point we'll have 2/3 of all fruit in the game. Even Pikmin that are drowning in the water and panicking will try to return to their leader when whistled at. If I see other Pikmin who are panicking, I should probably keep calm and try whistling at them. Well, that's like the most mundane, obvious fact. Though, come to think of it, they don't tell you that little fact in the first Pikmin game, what would be most useful to know. Anyway, we're going back to Twilight River tomorrow, so I'll see you then.